Hi, Click Millionaires. It's Scott Fox from ClickMillionaires.com. It's good to see you. I've got another question this week from a Click Millionaires member to help her build her business online the same way I can help you build yours. This week's question is from Click Millionaire member Eva in Hertfordshire, UK. That's north of London. Eva writes in and she says, "Hi Scott, I'm suffering from writer's block. I'm working on a new site and I have lots of ideas in my head, lists of resources and notes here and there, but I'm having great challenges trying to get myself to focus on producing this written information in the correct order and format. Every time I start to do this, I'm overwhelmed with excitement and confusion. Should I make lists, create outlines, mind maps, define ideal target customer types? I'm overwhelmed trying to determine where to start. So I'm falling into my normal behavior when I have situations like this in my life. I'm procrastinating and doing all the different jobs that need doing, but I know I'm doing them to avoid knuckling down to the task at hand. You've written 2 books and your blog for years now, so what do you think I should do to break through this entrepreneurial writer's block? Regards, Click Millionaires member Eva from Hertfordshire in the United Kingdom." Well, Eva, it's great to hear from you, and you know, this is a good question and one that I'm certain that you can solve. Why am I certain of that? Well, because you're an excellent communicator. I've seen you for months now in the Click Millionaires forum, and you have excellent advice, and you're a very good writer. So the challenge here is focusing yourself and breaking this seemingly overwhelming task into bite-sized pieces. So here's what I do, and this is what I do for my own blog as well as for my books like Internet Riches and eRiches 2.0. You need to slow down, first of all. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't drive yourself crazy thinking of all the things you could do. Focus on the things you can do and that you do well, and start there. More specifically, I mean, you're a good communicator if you have a specific question to answer, like I've seen you do in the forum at Click Millionaires all the time to help your fellow members. So the challenge here is to translate that approach from what's between your ears onto the paper, or in this case, onto the screen, I guess. So in terms of customer types, well, yes, there's lots of ideal customer types, but I would start with just one. Picture yourself sitting down with a friend who has questions about the new products and services you're building. And then I would think in terms of the specific questions that they might ask if you were having a conversation with him or her. Think about that. Just what are the 2 or 3 or 4 top questions that a new person, a new customer would be asking you about your products and services? And that's where I'd start. Answer the most popular questions, because you know what? That's what your readers and visitors to your website are going to want to know too. So starting with those simple steps in terms of a conversation is where I would begin. And then I would automate things as much as you can. If you're a good writer, then I would sit down with your keyboard and turn off Twitter, shut down Facebook, close your email program, maybe even turn off the radio or lock your kids in the other room for a few minutes and focus and write them down in small bite-sized pieces. And in blog posts in particular don't need to be long. If you can come up with, say, 3 short, quick answer bullet points to any good question, then write those 3 bullet points down, and then go back and add 2 or 3 sentences to each bullet point, and bang, you've got a nice blog post. And if those paragraphs grow longer, well, then you've got a series of 3 blog posts very quickly, or a very fine article, or even a book chapter if you're in the book writing business like I am. Now, the next thing to do is, if you're writing, that's good, but you might be an even better talker than writer. And this is a great communications trick that I've learned and I use myself when writing my own books, and that is to dictate your answers. You can actually buy software. There's a company called Dragon that makes a product called Naturally Speaking, which I think is excellent. Version 7, 8 were so-so. Version 9 was better. Version 10, I actually used a large part of... I used it to write my last book, eRiches 2.0, and the new version 11 seems quite good. So you can literally sit down and just talk the answers through, and it's amazing how quickly you can fill the pages once you just start talking. And I'm sure you're a good talker, Eva. Then, of course, you can go back and edit them yourselves, or you could even find an outsourced editor, or even just a friend, or maybe a high school student or college student who needs help with their English work. And they could edit those and cut down all the ums and ahs and stuff that you automatically say when you're speaking. But then you can cut those down and edit them down and just starting to create your content by simply speaking. And then, of course, you can also do what I'm doing right now, which is shoot videos. People like video more and more these days. So if you've got a face for video or the interest and you're not too camera shy, well, you can plug in a webcam just like I'm doing right now, hit record, and you can create content that way as well. Again, don't overwhelm yourself with all you could do. Focus on what you want to do, what you need to do, and start with 2 or 3 or 4 to start. And the rest will start to come once you figure out which ways work best for you. So I hope that's helpful to you, Eva. Thanks for being a Click Millionaires member. I'm looking forward to seeing your new website and all the content that you're going to be creating. I'm sure that it's going to be valuable, and I hope that these tips help you get it out of your head and onto the page a little bit quicker. For the rest of you Click Millionaires members, we've got a couple of other updates for you. You know, it's been a busy week in the forum. We've got some very helpful and exciting topics to fill everybody in on. The latest featured member awards have just been announced. The most featured member, the most helpful members for this past month, as voted by you, the members. This month were Kat from Pasadena, Judith from Florida, and Marie from New York. Those 3 ladies have been busy in the forum answering other people's questions, along with myself, of course, and all the members appreciate your help, and each of them has won a free month of membership for their participation. I'd also suggest that you tune in to the Video Office Hours replay. We did a live private session just for members on Thursday last week, and it's posted now under the Video tab on clickmillionaires.com, and you can find the video replay there and enjoy the live event that we had answering questions and chatting with each other in the Video Office Hours for members only. There's also a new poll posted on the homepage. For those of you who are active on the homepage, I'd like you to check out the poll. It's in the lower left-hand sidebar, and this is about what you've got lined up for this next quarter. What's the topic or the subject or the tool that you've been meaning to get around to but haven't quite gotten there yet? Maybe you don't have enough money, enough time, enough technical expertise. I'd like to hear from you. Have you been dragging your heels on maybe Twitter or Facebook, or getting your blog updated more often? Or maybe it's time for your first website. I'd like to hear from you what's most useful to you, and we'll address those issues in coming weeks on Click Millionaires to help you get moving forward. And lastly, I'd like to welcome all the new members. We've had another wave of new members. Welcome to all of you who've joined recently. That includes Dr. Sean from Las Vegas, Nevada, Martin from Norway, Kent all the way from Malaysia, Steve from Cleveland, Ohio, Daniel from Aliso Viejo in Southern California, David from North Carolina, Jeffrey from Washington, D.C., Jerry from 50 Lakes, Minnesota, Ina from Kelowna in British Columbia, and Kenneth from Dade City, Florida. Welcome to all of you. Looking forward to getting more acquainted with you in the Click Millionaires forum and learning what I can do to help you, including answering questions like this one directly to you to help you grow your business online. And then last, our hidden video winner this week is Pam from Prescott, Ontario. So Pam, send me an email, and you're entitled to a free download of any of the special reports at scottfoxshop.com. And hey, and I have to point out that this would have been somebody other than Pam. In fact, we picked a winner, 2 winners, one from Arkansas and one from London, and neither of you had your pictures posted in your profile, so we went on to the next person. If you want to win in the video winner or any of the other contests that we run weekly here on Click Millionaires, you have to have your picture in your profile. So if that's you next week, I look forward to awarding you a prize as well. So thanks for visiting. It's Click Millionaires. I'm Scott Fox. I hope this tip about avoiding writer's block was helpful to you, and I'll see you again real soon in the Click Millionaires forum, or of course over at scottfox.com anytime. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get out there. Make it happen.